Hey guys, welcome. We are so excited to be here with you. My name's Cherie Kemp and this is our beautiful Emily Gillies.
Hello.
Hi, we are here to tell you and help you through your first 30 days of your Healthy Living program. We're both Regional Vice Presidents with Arbonne and have both done this program numerous times and had incredible success with it, which is why we're both so passionate, and both have come from very different backgrounds on this program and very different needs and wants. And so that's what we want to explain a little bit to you as well, as to what your goals might be, what your needs and what your wants are out of this program, and to make sure that we help you to achieve those results. So myself personally, I have lost almost 20 kilos losing this on this program and using this program, and absolutely loved it. I was so hesitant to make the switch and to make the change, but I'm so grateful for the energy, for the lifestyle that it's given us. And for more, I'm a mum of two, to have the energy to jump on a bike, to go for a walk with the kids, to go for a run down the beach. And so if that's your goal, I absolutely can relate to you, the challenges that you might be feeling, the hesitations, the fears, but I'm here to hold your hand and here to help you along the way to achieve all of those goals. I've got with me the beautiful Emily Gillies, who is also a Regional Vice President with Arbonne, but a personal trainer, a master group fitness trainer, and has a degree in sports science. And for over 18 years, I mean, that's mammoth. She doesn't look much over 18. She's been training men and women and instructors all over Australia, and using nutrition to help them alongside of that. But I think what's so exciting is that Emily's really seen the importance on nutrition and gut health, and that really is the most important part of our process and what we do. And you're going to hear a little bit more from Emily as we go along as well. So super excited to help you. So by now, you will have got your products, and we are going to run through your products with you. And I just want to talk through a little bit about what to expect with this program, how you're going to feel, what's normal, so that you've got all of those answers or those questions that you've had answered right here in this video. So we want you we want to help you to realize that your body's going to go through some changes in 30 days. And remember that this program is all about the first 30 days, but it is called Healthy Living Now and Beyond. And what this is going to do is actually start to help your body to change and your habits to change, to incorporate a healthier lifestyle. And this is going to continue not only in the 30 days, but one that we want to help you to continue forever in your life, and your body will continue to enjoy the changes, whatever it is the goal that you might have, but they're going to enjoy it now and in the future as well. So we're here to make that transition as seamless as possible and really start to enjoy it, and realize that a healthy lifestyle is super easy. It's just being a little bit aware of what makes us make bad choices sometimes, and how we can switch that into a good choice. So I'd love to help you to start to think about, why do you reach for food? Is it something that's emotional, when you're sad, when you're happy, when you're bored, or are you thirsty? Is it because you are just looking for something to do? Keep your fingers busy. Start being aware of those things. Is it a social thing? And be aware, and even start to write them down for yourself, so you can start to logically see what's triggering those effects. Or is it real hunger? So if it is, great. We've got some incredible products that are going to help you. They're going to fuel your body, and it's going to fuel that hunger with the right food, rather than a quick fix that makes you longing for sugar spikes and bad options down the track as well. So you're absolutely going to love that. Now, I want to remind you that it does take a good 30 to 90 days to have your habits changed. And so although we see incredible results, and I've certainly experienced in 30 days incredible results as far as weight loss was my goal. It may be yours as well, but it may not be. But I want you to really be assured that the results are different for every single person. So write down and enjoy the results that you're feeling. And it might simply be energy. It might be lack of bloating. It might be seeing your skin change and glow and get that luster back to it. It might be that your mental health is actually starting to improve. You're happier. You're waking up with more energy. You're sleeping better. Or you might even notice some inflammatory areas of your body that start to reduce pain because of this program actually eliminating those toxins out of your body, and your autoimmune having time to go and repair those areas as well. So there are so many things that you can experience, but please don't compare to other people. Be aware of what your body's going through, but don't compare, because we all know that we've got different bodies, different makeups, different history, whether it be due to medication we've taken in the past, procedures we've had, hormonal changes, and age as well, depending on where we are in our age. So continue through it. Speak to your consultant. They'd love to help you and specifically help you with those needs and working through those challenges, but absolutely don't compare, because we know comparison's a thief of joy. So we don't want to do that. We want to focus on us and our journey. Now, every day you're going to feel so incredibly supported and educated. In our Facebook page that you're a part of, you're going to see daily updates, daily coaching from one of our team who are going to help you and educate you on why we eliminate certain foods, what things you can expect on that day, when to incorporate certain products into your lifestyle as well, or little tips and tricks on recipes, different shaped recipes that you might want to try as well. So lots of incredible information. So every day use this as your daily dose of healthy living. This is where you go to and log in every single day, and you're just going to love it. Share your wins with everybody else and use this group to inspire others as well to continue on their healthy living journey, because we know that we don't have unhealthy bodies based on one meal being wrong, but we have it based on this culmination and build up of bad decision after bad decision. So if we are there together as a community, we'll help each other stay strong and make good decisions, learn from each other, and continue to grow in our healthy living program as well. So make sure by now that you've gone through, and if you haven't, take the time out today to go through the preparation and the information. We have got oodles of incredibly yummy and nutritious recipes that you are going to want to grab. And as a busy mum of two, let me tell you, they are so simple, so easy, and they might be just something different you've never thought of before. And I love it because I don't have to make separate meals for me and my family. Everybody loves them, and I've got so many that I can choose from, whether they be vegan or non-vegan, depending on your preference, which I absolutely love. Don't forget to make sure as well that you've taken your pre-photos by now and written down what your goals are. And as I mentioned earlier, it may not be weight loss for you. That was me. We have a lot of people who are actually looking for weight gain, gut health, or inflammatory diseases and treating those, mind health, or just simply a healthier lifestyle using this program to eliminate their body from the toxins that have built up in their system as well. So whatever that is for you, write that down and make sure that your consultant knows what it is your goals are, so that we can ensure that we've tailored this program for every single person. And Emily's going to talk a little bit about that as well. And go on and have some fun. This is just absolutely the most brilliant 30 days that you're going to have. You're going to learn so many things. You're going to feel amazing, but have some fun with it. Realize that food is absolutely our friend, and it can be our biggest friend when we choose wisely and choose things that are going to give us the most nutrition that we absolutely can. So I'm so excited that you've started this journey. I know you're going to feel amazing, and I can't wait to help you through this process. Now, we're going to go through what we can eat and what we need to avoid. And Emily's going to run through this. And something that I think is really important, especially if you're at the beginning and maybe you're wanting to lose weight, or that all sounds a bit scared. You're thinking, what do I do to replace this, food that I'm used to eating? But this is not an elimination diet. This is about maximizing our nutrition for a healthier body and a healthier lifestyle. So don't ever feel like you can't, or that you have to get rid of something, but think to yourself, okay, I have a preference towards this. What can I replace it with? That's a better option. And you'll find that's going to be a far better outcome for your body, for your health, for your mind, and for your family as well, because you're going to be really happy that you've made that choice. So using our food and replacing it with things that serve us. So Emily, our gorgeous regional vice president, and 18 years experience. This lady has all the know. She's going to run through your food for the next 30 days and what to do.
Cool. All right. Nice to see everybody. So what I love most about what Sheree just said is how we're educating you around nutrition. And that's probably what I'm most passionate about this program, is that we want to actually help you to understand the foods that you're eating and how they either serve or don't serve your body for the long term. And that's why it's called the 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond, because it's really easy to put someone on a diet where we just say, eat, you know, this amount of calories and you can eat anything you like. And there's a reason why people put weight back on after that. And it's because they don't actually learn to understand how food affects their body. So when you have done your pre-work, what you would have seen is that there's a list with 4 different categories. And those different categories are color-coded, thanks to Sheree, into green. Did we go green, yellow, orange, red? I think we did, yes. And that is a really great tool for you to use. I would recommend you save that to your phone. And what that tells you is your green list is the foods that you want to have an abundance of in your day to day. So you want to be thinking, these are your leafy greens, your vegetables, all the foods that are going to give you the most nutrient content per serve. Then your next category, your yellow, those are like your sometimes food. Then you go down towards your red. Now, you might be thinking, well, I thought you talked about not eliminating. We're not eliminating entire meals and things like that. But what we do want to take out is those inflammatory foods that are not serving us for this 30-day period. So if you think about your day to day, and I'm going to go through a typical day, what we encourage you to do is, say, for example, if you would usually have a sandwich for lunch, and just making a simple swap. So rather than thinking, okay, I can't have that sandwich, we want to create more nutrition in every meal. So we may have a shake instead of that, because it's got all the vitamins and minerals in the shake, as well as the protein, add some healthy fats. Or you might actually choose to have a meal and simply remove the bread and add more healthy fats, because we don't want you to be hungry. Like this is not about you being hungry, but sometimes you think that we're hungry like later on in the day just because you haven't had the fats. And the fats are key to actually telling your brain that you're satiated. You need the fat in your diet. And that's why often when you do, say, a fully calorie restricted diet, you'll get really hungry all the time. Of course you're hungry, because your brain doesn't actually know that you're full. So if, for example, in the mornings, you might usually reach for a bowl of cereal, and that's often very high in sugar, we simply replace that with one of our shakes, and that's going to give you all your essential vitamins and minerals, your protein. We add the healthy fats, and it's also going to give you your essential carbohydrate. So it's just creating those healthy changes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then if you do feel that you need more, then choosing healthy alternatives. So make sure you've got that saved to your phone and use that when you're doing your supermarket shopping and everything like that. And your typical day is going to look like this. You're going to wake up in the morning, have your Digestive Plus. Now, your Digestive Plus, you will all have, and there it is right there. So your Digestive Plus is your pre and your probiotic. And I love that it's pre and probiotic. The prebiotic sets up the gut so that it's ready to take on the food. So it's just enhancing your natural gut bacteria, which is so key when most of us have really not probably served our gut the best way we can for most of our lives, myself included. And then we've got our probiotic, which is adding healthy gut bacteria. So you want to have that first thing in the morning, not in boiling hot water, just in either lukewarm water or room temperature water. Have that. And then I recommend that you have another big glass, like I would have something like this big, with warm water or lukewarm water with either apple cider vinegar and fresh lemon, or one or the other if you can't get your hands on both. But what that means is you've now had 2 whole big glasses of fluid that is not food. And that's simply going to flush your body out and help your gut to be set up for all the food that you're going to put it in the day. But also it's going to help your entire gastrointestinal tract, which is everything from here to your bowels. And that's just simply going to help to create that smooth pathway for all the toxic sludge to get rid of during the day, which is what a big part of what the program is all about, and really important for reducing toxicity that can then go through your bloodstream and things like that. So you've got that in the morning, then about half an hour to an hour later, you're going to have your first shake. You can choose to have a meal in the morning. We've got some great ideas. I personally recommend having a shake in the morning. I feel like it's a great way to start your digestive system off. It's a little bit lighter and it's very easy to break down for your body. I'm going to make a shake for you shortly, so you'll get an idea of that, but you're simply going to use your protein shake, which we know and love. I usually add your greens and a small amount of fiber to start with, so not too much. That can be tricky. I just recommend a quarter of a scoop if you chose the fiber, and then your healthy fats. I always recommend avocado. They are literally the most wonderful nutrient dense food on the planet. If you can't get your hands on some avocado, some beautiful healthy coconut yogurt is great. And then if you can mix it with almond, coconut, some sort of nut milk, that would add some healthy fats as well. So that's for your morning. Then if you'd like, you could have a herbal tea at mid-morning. If you're good though, just head straight through to lunch. You might want to have your fizz stick. So your fizz stick is going to be mid-morning. Some people like to have their fizz stick earlier as well, and that's absolutely fine. If you usually have a coffee in the morning, feel free to have your fizz stick before your shake. Okay, absolutely cool. And if you're a big coffee drinker, feel free to have 3 fizz sticks those first few days, then cut back to 2.5 and then cut back to 2, because we want you to feel good. You know, Cherie said it's all about fun, and it's not fun when you have a massive headache, right? That's not cool. So feel free to have an extra fizz stick. Like, we want you to feel good while you're doing this program. So then for your lunch, you're either going to have a lovely healthy meal off the recipes, or you're going to have another shake. You might mix up the flavors. There's some great recipes. Afternoon, have your other fizz stick. If you've already had 2, you might be having your 3rd. You know, keep tabs on your body. You might also have another cup of the beautiful herbal tea. And of course, you'll be drinking your water throughout the day, which is crucial. Then at dinner time, we've got amazing recipes. Like Cherie said, you can choose to have ones with a little bit of meat, or you can choose to have the vegan options. Sometimes it's nice to mix those up as well. Don't feel like you have to stick with one or the other. You may just surprise yourself when you introduce yourself to new foods. And then after dinner, see how you feel after about half an hour. Just remember, it does take 20 to 30 minutes for you to realize you're full. And we never want to actually feel completely full. We want to feel satisfied without feeling heavy, bloated, any of those things. So just feel your body. If you feel like you need a little bit more, maybe try one of our yummy desserts, things like mixing a little bit of chocolate protein with some coconut yogurts, a lovely one. You might even just try having a herbal tea, and that will be enough, or a glass of water with lemon or apple cider vinegar. But then just after that, make sure you've got 12 hours before you have anything in the morning. We want to keep that 12-hour window.
Perfect. Yeah. That's amazing. Oh, and they're so delicious. I think that's what I love. And I've made sure I introduce those healthy fats, and it's key, guys. Like what Emily said, it just makes it so good, and I'm not starving for my next meal. And I think that's really crucial, which is great. So what products will you have? You will have already got your products. So I just wanted to run through so you know what they look like and what they do. And when Emily was talking about it, she's going to show you when she makes the plan. But you will have chosen, and in your pack received 2 lots of our protein powder, which are here. Now you can choose chocolate or vanilla. You might have chose 2 vanilla, 2 chocolate, whatever you prefer. It's a personal preference. I love getting one of each because it's nice to do different things and mixing it up and keeping it fresh for our taste buds. So you'll have got these. Now you'll be using 2 scoops of each one of these, of whichever flavor you've chosen on the day, which Emily will illustrate later, to make your shake. Really convenient, great for travel, particularly if you're a traveler as well. Makes it so convenient and so much cheaper to travel with those also. You will have also received 2 boxes of fizz sticks. Now, there's many flavors that you can choose from. I always like to get pomegranate and citrus as my staples, but there are a few other flavors that you may have got also, but they're my favorite. And as Emily said, you're allowed to have up to 3 just in that first week, but keep it down to 2 normally a day, and sometimes 1. And my suggestion is, I was a huge coffee drinker before I started this program, like massive, confessed. And I found that 2 fizz sticks a day was perfect for me, but don't have them too late. I even would be able to have a coffee at 10 o'clock at night if I was out for dinner and it wouldn't keep me awake. But fizz sticks work a little bit different because of the way that the energy is delivered. It's a very slow release, which doesn't spike our blood sugar levels, which is incredible. But I find if I have one at anything after 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, at 10 o'clock at night, I'm like, wow, I feel amazing. I'm feeling so good. So maybe just a little note to self, if you are a heavy coffee drinker, these will actually deliver differently to a coffee. It doesn't give you the spike like coffee and then fades away. It actually is a slow release. So just be warned about that. That's if you're a coffee drinker like me. Now, I don't have the box of Digestion Plus, but what you get is a pack of Digestion Plus in a box just like that. And they're your prebiotics, and probiotics don't need to be kept in the fridge, which is a really big plus. Again, great for traveling, great to have in your bag if you start work early, to take this into work with you, because it doesn't need to be refrigerated, and get that your prebiotics, your probiotics, and your enzymes to break down your food before you start. So that's there. Now, you will have also received 2 boxes of the herbal tea. These are absolutely beautiful morning and night, or whenever it is that you're feeling like you just need something extra. And remember, look for those cues. Is it hunger? Is it thirst? Is it boredom? Look for your cues, but this is a great one to reach for because everything in it is about soothing and calming down your body and detoxing it gently as well. So absolutely beautiful. Smells amazing also. You're going to love it. And in summer, fantastic for having it cold in the fridge as well. So you can actually make up a great big pot of it with water and pop it in the fridge. When visitors come around, they love it. I love popping a little bit of lemon or lime in it also, or you might want to put a bit of fresh mint to make it look super fancy. So really versatile. You can even add a fizz stick into it as well for extra flavorings if you're wanting to. And for example, if you're entertaining, even a little bit of mineral water and a cold iced tea like that can be great, just to give it a bit of a sparkle. You know, need a cup basically in a big jug. So lots of variances that you can do to these to actually use them in everyday life. Remember, it's not about elimination, but just changing what we're using. You will have also received these 3 products. Now, this is our fiber boost. So this is what Emily was talking about, starting off with a 1/4 of a scoop with the daily fiber boost. And this is your sponge. And this is also what helps keeps you full. So we don't want to give our system a shock. We want to slowly incorporate this into our body and let it start moving and gently removing those toxins also. So start with that. There's a scoop inside and literally a 1/4 of a scoop to start off with. You will have also received the greens and the body cleanse. Now, the greens is incredible for getting your extra serve of veg. You can see it's very well used and well loved in our household. All the different colors of the rainbow that you've got in there. And I personally like just to have mine in a shot of water. Emily might have some other suggestions, but I like to have it in a shot of water. How do you normally have yours, Emily?
I usually put it in my first shake of the day, or I have it before my shake in a big glass of water, and fresh lemon is my favorite.
Ooh, lots of tips there. So you can have it any different way. Absolutely. And same thing, you know, it doesn't have a real distinct flavor, but if you do notice it, what I did is started at a 1/4 of a scoop as well into my smoothie, and the children, like the kids, didn't notice it then. And I increased it as the weeks went by. So that can be just a little tip also. If you do find that it's an unusual flavor for you, then you can do it that way. But start off if you can by having it a full scoop, because your skin's going to glow because of that extra nutrition and benefits. So you're absolutely going to love it. And the body cleanse, these come in little packets like that. So very easy again to take with you wherever you are. Mix them with a liter of water. Now, this is what we'll incorporate in week 3. No earlier than that, guys. The week 3, you want to incorporate that. So have them ready and watch out for the post. We'll actually share with you when to start that. But what you want to do is mix it with a little bit of warm water. I actually grabbed 2 500 water bottles, like 200, 500 ml water bottles. I'll mix it in one to start off with, and then I'll evenly distribute it between the 2. Pop one in the fridge for later on in the day, and take one with me when I first start off my day and start to drink that. It tastes like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, it tastes like margarita. It's really delicious.
So yeah.
It's a healthy margarita. So same thing, sometimes I might add a fizz stick in with it. Sometimes I might keep it separate. Completely up to you as to how you want to do it. A little bit of lemon or lime is always beautiful. to add into it for different flavorings as well. So that's all the products that you will have received. And now we're going to, Emily's actually going to take us through how to make a shake, what to put in it and what it looks like.
Woo! Okay, hi guys, we're in the kitchen now. So I'm going to run you through one of my favorite go-to shakes. It's just basically what I make every morning. I change things around a little bit, but depending on what I've got in the house. But I'm going to use avocado, some of my favorite almond and coconut milk, and our vanilla protein powder, which I absolutely love. I've got these cool containers here that I store it in, which are really fab, super handy. So really simple. First of all, I encourage you to choose a almond, coconut, or some sort of nut milk that's actually from the fridge section in the supermarket or health shop. Now, the reason for this is if you look at the back there, you might not be able to see, but there's very few ingredients. That's key when you're choosing your nut milk. So a lot of nut milks actually have added vegetable oil, and that's because it needs to hold consistency when it's stored over a long period of time for the shelf. So if you are choosing something from the shelf and that's all you can get your hands on, then just have a look and try and choose something with the least amount of ingredients, and also check the fat percentage. So you can see on this one, if I look over per 100 ml and I look at the fat, it says 3.2. Now, if I got one, like a less quality one, a poorer quality, it might say 1.5. And what that simply tells me is there's not actually many nuts in my nut milk, because the nuts are what we want. We want the fat because this is your healthy fat. So if you've got a couple, just compare the fat. Always compare over 100 ml, or the serving size is usually 250 for nut milks. So I can see, okay, 250, that's going to give me 8 grams of fat. That's fabulous. Like, that's a really good amount. I love this brand Inside Out, and there's another brand in a carton that you can get in Australia, or make your own if you want. So if you're a measuring type of person, you can measure it, but I just pour it in. So about that much, and that's probably like a cup of, like a cup of almond milk. It's probably 250 mils. Cherie, what's a cup? Do you know? Is it about 250 mils? No, I'm not really a measuring type. And do you know what, guys? Whether you do 150 or 250, it actually doesn't matter. We don't want you to be obsessive like that. Then I'm going to use some of this beautiful avocado. Now, you can use anywhere between a quarter to a half, because it depends on the size of the avo, right? And this is where I encourage you to think about what you're putting in your food. So I'm going to put that much, which is nearly the whole thing. I'm actually going to eat the rest of it while my protein shake blends, though. I do that a lot. So you can see that's just in there. Now, something if you don't have avocado that I love is dairy-free coconut yogurt. This brand is Coco Bella. It has lots of really good probiotics for your belly, so really good gut bacteria, like all plain yogurt, but it's dairy-free, so it's not going to create any inflammation. You can pop that in your smoothie as well. So if you had one this size, I would use about half of that container for my healthy fats. And then I'm going to add my 2 scoops of protein powder. So you've got your little scooper. Sometimes it's a little bit of a mission to find your scooper, but you can do it. So 2 scoops of protein powder. And if it's summer, I always add ice. And after that, you might always also want to add a little bit of water, because it depends. If this is so personal, everybody likes different things. Some people like a really thick smoothie, and some people like it to last for ages, so you feel like you've got it for longer. So it is completely up to you. If you want to add a little bit more water, I'm going to add a little bit more almond coconut milk, because I like mine quite creamy. Yeah, that's going to be delicious. And then on it goes from there in the whizzer.
And so, Emily, we could add at that point, if people were wanting to increase their fiber, they could add a quarter of a scoop of fiber into that as well. Or if they wanted to, their greens into that, couldn't they?
Yeah, so what I was, what I was just going to say is we've run out of greens. This is empty. It's got like half a scoop in it. But like I said earlier, I usually put my greens in there, and yeah, the fiber. So just start with a quarter of a scoop of fiber, guys, and it's going to give it a nice thickness. Now you can see this thickness. I'll show you how thick this is. It's so yum. Like that's like a thick shake. So if you like yours a bit runnier, just add some water. Now that's if you're at home. If you're at the office, what you want to get is you want to get one of these. So a shaker, and they usually either have a thing across here or they have a little circle, a little silver circle in them that mixes it up. And you just put your 2 scoops in there, make sure it's dry in the morning, and save at work your almond coconut milk. And when you get there, just fill that up, and you can see you've got you'll work out how much you like. You might go half milk, half water, like that's quite popular. And then at work, you just shake it up. This gives it a really nice consistency. You know, you can have it all at once. It's super duper easy, and that's also good for if you choose to have a meal at lunchtime and you have your shake at night. Maybe you've been at the gym if you're training or something, and that's just easy. Like I always have one of these on me. So that's how you make a smoothie. Now, before we go, we did want to touch on exercise as well. Often when we're starting something new, our body is going through quite a lot of changes, and we want to make sure that we're not shocking it too much. So every single one of you is going to be in a different boat. Some people, you might be training every day already, and that's just a part of your life. Keep doing that. Just keep doing what you're already doing. If you have not exercised in a really long time and the thought of that just actually scares you a little bit, or you're not quite ready, just focus on your nutrition for now. Get that right, because over the last 18 years, if there's one thing I know, it's your nutrition is about 70 to 80% of your results for your health and well-being. However, what we encourage you to do is just move more. So even if that means that you drink a little bit more tea or water and you have to go to the bathroom more throughout the day at the office, you know, just getting up and down, that's actually like movement. That's good for your body. But sitting for a long period of time isn't. And this is all about getting things moving. So that kind of thing. Even just parking your car a block away from your office, maybe you could try. Walking the children to school if they live close, rather than driving them. Just small changes, and as the month goes on, you can incorporate a little bit more and more, and you can talk to your coach about that, or of course reach out to me on, you know, on these pages. I'm always happy to help. Cherie, did you want to add anything else?
Yeah, so just some common questions that we get asked, Emily, and I'd love your feedback, is obviously with fruit that we add to our smoothie, what fruits are great fruits and things to avoid? We've obviously got our list as to what gives us the most nutrition, but that's probably the biggest question we get asked a lot.
Yes. Okay, so there are some fruits that are amazing for you. So lemons and limes you can have unlimited. However, a lot of fruit does contain quite a lot of extra sugar, even though fruits are great because they have heaps of fiber, natural fiber, and they also have a ton of multivitamins and minerals, like so many vitamins and minerals. But at the moment, for this month, our protein actually has enough of the sugars, the vitamins, and the minerals. So we don't need to add a lot more. If we look at fruits, berries, they are full of antioxidants, and they are lower in terms of carbohydrates and adding to what we're making. So berries are cool. Also, if you want to have a green apple, there are huge health benefits in green apples. It just got a little bit more nutrients than red apples, and that's the reason we do that. But I love you to be realistic. If you cannot find one green apple in your whole house and you need a healthy snack, choosing a red apple over a Mars bar is going to be 100 times better, because that's what this program is all about, right? It's helping you choose the most nutrient-dense option for the situation that you're in. So then bananas are something that we get asked about all the time. Bananas are on the not to have list. So you'll find them over towards your right hand side of your graph, and the reason is they do have quite a lot of sugar. They do have a lot of nutrients too though, especially after training. So if you are a big exerciser, you train at the gym a lot, if you do want to add like half a banana to your shake after you've trained or you've had a big exercise day, please know that that's absolutely okay. But other than that, if you're not training, I would just take the banana out and stick to the berries and the green apple.
Amazing. Just not needed. Exactly.
Yeah, not for now. You can bring it in later.
Absolutely. That's incredible. Oh, I'm so excited. Well, it's lunchtime here. Em's off to have her beautiful smoothie that she's made, and I'm off to make my shake as I continue out through the day, making sure that I'm adding those healthy fats. We're so excited for you guys to continue on this journey. Have lots of fun with it and enjoy every minute. You know, enjoy, learn, listen to your body and have fun. I know I'm so grateful for this program. Emily, you?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. It's changed so many people's lives that I know.
Amazing. So have some fun. Congratulations. This is your first video. Grab your shakes, grab everything you need, have your beautiful cupboards full of all this nutritious food. Remember, less packets, more whole foods, and have lots of fun and enjoy every step of the way. We can't wait to celebrate you every win, so share them, and we'd love for you to share your before and after photos once you've continued on this program as well. So please make sure that you pop them into the group as well.
Bye!
Thanks, guys. Bye.